Hello, everyone. My name is Josue Serrano, and I am a graduate student from the University of the District of Columbia. Today, I will be presenting my research titled Transforming Urban Resilience, the Architectural Response to Affordable Housing Challenges. My thesis focus is on the strategic implementation of the co-living model and how it can address the urgent needs of the urban housing crisis. The central research question guiding this study is, how can the strategic implementation of co-living apartment units address the urgent needs of the low-income housing crisis, considering affordability, community dynamics, and long-term sustainability? This question is critical because it encapsulates the multifaceted nature of the housing crisis. It emphasizes the need to find solutions that are not only economically viable, but also socially enriching and environmentally sustainable. By focusing on affordability, the aim is to explore how the co-living model can provide cost-effective housing solutions for low-income individuals and families. Community dynamics are crucial as they address the social aspects of urban living, aiming to reduce isolation and foster a sense of belonging. Finally, long-term sustainability will look at how the co-living model can contribute to enduring solutions that benefit both residents and the broader urban environment. This research question helps to frame the study's objectives and ensures a comprehensive approach to tackling the housing crisis through innovative housing models like co-living. Urban areas in the United States are facing a severe housing crisis marked by unaffordability, overcrowding, and social isolation. As housing prices soar and wages stagnate, many individuals and families are left in precarious living situations. This is not just an economic issue, but also a catalyst for deeper social challenges. To understand the severity of the housing crisis, let's look at some current statistics. Over the past decade, the median home price in the U.S. has increased by nearly 50%, while wages have only grown by about 14%. In cities like San Francisco and New York, the situation is even more dire, with housing costs rising over 70%. The National Low-Income Housing Coalition reports that there is no state in the U.S. where a minimum wage worker can afford a two-bedroom apartment at fair market rent. As a result, homelessness has become a critical issue. In 2023, over 580,000 people in the U.S. were experiencing homelessness on any given night, with a majority in urban areas. Another issue of the urban housing crisis is the overcrowding of U.S. cities. This is fueled by both the growing urban population and the insufficient supply of affordable housing. Overcrowding can be defined as having more people than rooms in a household. Let's look at some statistics. Los Angeles, approximately 12% of rental households are overcrowded. New York City, around 8.6% of rental households face overcrowding. San Francisco, approximately 7.5%. Chicago, about 6.2%. And Miami, one of the highest rates at 10.3%. These numbers highlight a significant problem affecting many urban areas, which ironically increased after the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, considering the migration trends. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, over 80% of the U.S. population lives in urban areas, and this number continues to rise. Each year, thousands of people move to cities in search of better job opportunities and amenities. For instance, between 2010 and 2020, metropolitan areas grew by 8.7%, adding around 19 million people. However, the housing supply has not kept pace with this growing demand. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, reports a shortage of over 7 million affordable rental homes for extremely low-income renters. This shortage forces many individuals and families into overcrowded and substandard living conditions. In summary, the influx of people in urban areas combined with a significant lack of affordable housing exacerbates the overcrowding crisis in U.S. cities. This situation underscores the urgent need for increased housing supply and comprehensive policy reforms to address the housing crisis. Social isolation is another critical aspect of urban housing problems in U.S. cities. Social isolation, defined as a lack of social contacts, and loneliness, the feeling of being alone, are rising concerns. Recent surveys show that 36% of Americans frequently feel lonely, particularly affecting young adults and mothers with young children. Despite their dense population, cities exhibit high loneliness rates. Factors like long working hours, frequent locations, and smaller living spaces contribute significantly to this issue. Isolation can cause severe impacts, increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and mental health disorders. Young adults are especially vulnerable, with 61% reporting frequent loneliness post-pandemic. Housing affordability forces many to live alone in small traditional apartment units, limiting opportunities for social interaction. Furthermore, urban policies often neglect the need for communal spaces that promote social connections. To address this, the solution must include investment in social infrastructure, creating community centers, parks, and public spaces that encourage social interactions. Additionally, policies should focus on affordable housing solutions, consider the social needs of residents. Focusing on these three keys issues of the urban housing crisis, my research aims to show how the co-living model can be used as a solution to this never-ending problem. Co-living is a residential model that combines private living spaces with shared communal areas to promote affordability, community, and sustainability. Co-living appeals to a diverse demographic, offering flexible lease terms and environmentally friendly practices, making it a practical solution for urban housing challenges. Co-living is a house model that combines private living spaces with shared communal areas. This model promotes a community-oriented lifestyle, offering residents personal areas like bedrooms or studios and shared spaces like kitchens, living rooms, and recreational areas. Co-living units are designed to maximize space usage while maintaining a balance between privacy and community living. Additionally, these spaces often incorporate sustainable design practices and biophilic design. Let's now examine some co-living case studies to understand their impact. Common, a leading co-living company in the U.S., provides an excellent example of how co-living can be successfully implemented. Common's co-living model includes a mix of private and shared spaces designed to create a balance between personal privacy and community interaction. In common co-living spaces, each resident leases an individual room rather than the entire unit. This means that residents are only responsible for their own rent, which covers their private room and access to shared communal areas. This arrangement lowers the financial barrier to entry, making it easier for individuals to afford living in desirable urban locations. In contrast, traditional apartments require tenants to lease the entire unit, which can be financially unattainable for single occupants or those tight on a budget. Common offers flexible lease terms, allowing residents to choose short-term or long-term stays according to their needs. This flexibility is particularly beneficial for people who may need temporary housing or who are new to the city. Traditional apartments usually require fixed-term leases, typically for 1 year, which can be restrictive for those with changing circumstances. Additionally, rent at Common includes all utilities, Wi-Fi, and regular cleaning services, simplifying budgeting and reducing the hassle of managing multiple bills. Traditional apartment rentals often require tenants to set up and pay for utilities, internet, and other services separately, adding to the complexity of monthly expenses. Common provides a range of shared amenities such as fully furnished common areas, laundry facilities, and community events. These shared services enhance the living experience by creating opportunities for social and convenience. In traditional apartments, amenities are often limited to what is available with the individual unit or building, and community events are rare. The design of operation of commons co-living spaces encourage regular interaction among residents through communal activities and shared spaces. This setup helps reduce feelings of loneliness and builds a supportive community network. On the other hand, traditional apartment living can often result in social isolation, as residents may have fewer opportunities to interact with their neighbor. In San Francisco, another high-cost city, co-living spaces initially developed by Star City have shown similar trends with high occupancy rates and lower living costs. Star City, which is acquired by Common in 2021, focused on creating compact, affordable private units within larger communal living environments. Each resident had a private bedroom and bathroom, while common areas like kitchens, dining rooms, and lounges were shared. This design optimized space usage and reduced cost for residents. Like Common, Star City offered flexible lease terms and included utilities, internet, and cleaning services in the rent. Star City reported occupancy rates above 90% within months of opening new locations, indicating strong demand for their co-living units. The residents saved up to 30% on rent compared to traditional studio apartments in San Francisco. This affordability is crucial in the city, where the median rent for a one-bedroom apartment exceeds $3,500 per month. Moreover, Star City's communal spaces and organized events fostered a strong sense of community among residents, addressing the social isolation often experienced in large cities. By providing affordable housing options, reducing living expenses, and promoting social interaction, Star City's co-living model effectively addressed some of the critical issues in the current housing crisis. These examples from Common and the former Star City highlight how co-living can provide practical solutions to urban housing challenges. The co-living model significantly impacts housing affordability, offering a more economical alternative to traditional housing. By sharing resources and spaces, residents can reduce their living costs. This model particularly benefits the urban middle class, providing affordable and sustainable living options in competitive rental markets. Furthermore, co-living promotes sustainable living practices such as shared mobility and reduced ecological footprints. One of the most compelling aspects of co-living is its emphasis on community dynamics. Co-living spaces foster social interactions and community support, which are crucial in urban settings where isolation can be a significant issue. By designing environments that encourage shared activities and mutual care, co-living addresses both the physical and social needs of residents, offering a holistic approach to urban living. Policy plays a crucial role in facilitating co-living solutions. Comprehensive urban housing policies that focus on inclusion, participation, and sustainability are essential. Strategic partnerships between residents, housing providers, and service processors can enhance the effectiveness of co-living models. Moreover, developing sustainability evaluation systems can help assess the ecological, social, and economic impacts of co-living, guiding future urban developments. In conclusion, co-living presents a significant potential solution to the low-income housing crisis in urban areas. Through models provided by companies like Common and the former Star City, co-living offers practical, community-oriented, and sustainable living arrangements. The co-living model helps foster community and reduces social isolation through shared spaces and organized events. This enhances residents' quality of life, addressing the social aspects of urban living. Sustainability is another key benefit, with co-living models promoting energy efficiency and eco-friendly practices, contributing to a reduced environmental footprint. To maximize these benefits, strategic implementation and supportive policies are crucial. Urban housing policies focusing on inclusion, participation, and sustainability can help integrate co-living into the urban landscape. Ultimately, co-living offers a transformative approach to urban housing, providing affordable, sustainable, and community-oriented living solutions that address the core issues of the housing crisis. Thank you.